Hello you guys, welcome back to Channel Claire. I hope that you're doing well wherever you are in this crazy world. Now this is going to be a video on double standards because double standards are so glaringly obvious when it comes to Meghan Markle and the Waleses. It's becoming a little too obvious. Like you're working a little bit too hard and it's becoming very clear why this large sect of people dislike Meghan. Okay, as we know, Meghan, along with a couple of other artists and entertainers such as The Weeknd and Beyonce, have postponed their projects. Okay, so we know that Meghan postponed her project that was due to be released tomorrow, the 15th, is now going to be released on March 4th. Of course, she was getting all types of backlash for even just having a project, for even just working. I think people just want her to shrivel up and die and like be shaking and rocking in a corner somewhere. That's what they want her to do. But because she's thriving and she's working and she has deals with major industry players such as Netflix, they hate it because she's successful, okay? And for some people, she doesn't deserve to be successful because she went against the royal family and let people know what they were doing to her and or how they refused to help her. Okay, that's really all it is. She went on Oprah and told her feelings about said situation. Yes, she also made comments that made people feel like, oh, is the royal family questioning race? Is there racism going on within the royal family? And it's just like, it's the royal family. Like, they're like the OG colonizers. Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Like, why would it be so far-fetched, okay? And then it kind of went into unconscious bias because we got further details that somebody within the family was questioning Archie's skin color, which to me isn't such a big fucking deal. I wouldn't have made a big deal about it. Whatever. Meghan felt a type of way. We don't know the tone or how it was said, such and such. But apparently it was said to Harry. Harry took back to his wife. They had an issue. Okay? So, now here we are in 2025. They have moved on. They have a Montecito home with their beautiful family. They're working on projects. They've been doing tours. And throughout this like 5+ years, the media has been on her ass. Any move she makes other than shriveling up and dying is a fucking issue. And yes, that sounds extreme, but honestly, any move she makes is not going to be good enough for these people who dislike her. If she dies, it's then going to be like, oh, you should have chosen a better day to die because you did it right before the Princess of Wales was going to, like, it's just like, it's, you have to laugh at it because it is crazy. But then when you think about it deeply and the reasons for the way these people are acting this way, it's sick. It's really sick. So what I wanted to share is that the Princess of Wales is now announcing that she is in remission for her cancer, which I'm a little bit confused about because I thought they had already put out a promo video, Twilight promo video, letting us know that she no longer had cancer. And then it later came out that she didn't have cancer, but she had precancerous cells. But how are you going to be in remission for precancerous cells, which isn't exactly, it's very confusing. There has not been any definitive, from what I've seen, there has been nothing definitive saying exactly what the princess had and if it was actually cancer or if it was the precancerous cells, okay? Like, we have no fucking clue. Is it any of our business to know those type of details? No. But because they are public figures and the way that they have chosen to handle this cancer situation, unlike how Charles handled his, it's been super vague. All of the doctored pictures, all of the weird updates, it's conflicting as fuck. So now they're saying she's in remission, and they just so happened to release it on the 14th, which is the day before Meghan had planned to have her release of her Netflix special. Now, if Meghan does anything before and or even days close to something that the Waleses are doing, they automatically say, the haters, they automatically say, oh, Meghan planned this They planned this to take away attention from the Waleses and the royal family and this, that, and other. So why would the same standard not be said for this situation with Kate going over to the hospital and announcing that she's in remission for cancer that she had already told us she no longer has in this whole elaborate Twilight video? Why? So she visits Royal Marsden Hospital to thank the staff who looked after her during her cancer treatment. Now, I'm sure a lot of planning went into that, so it wasn't a situation where once they found out Meghan wasn't releasing her project tomorrow, they couldn't switch up because this is something that was already planned. So they had to go along and do it today. But I very much feel as if it was planned right before her Meghan's release for a reason to take away attention from Meghan's release, or try to make an effort, because we all know that the royals don't pull in the engagement that Harry and Meghan do. They just don't. They don't. So glaringly, just the double standard is just what the F. Along with the fact that, as I showed in my video yesterday, these very staged pictures of Kate doing her charity work versus people saying Meghan was out there being photographed when she was helping out at the food kitchen, that, oh, those were staged pictures, when really it came from TMZ and other people who were out there. Yet I showed you the picture yesterday of the cameraman right in front of Kate as she's wearing this white dress, heels, and gloves to pick up boxes at a baby bank. We also have this picture of Meghan, well, of Kate. She went to go visit a cancer patient, and it was a young girl. Cameras there, but it was a private meeting. However, there was cameras there, and then the pictures were later released. Rest in peace, because that girl is no longer with us. I did hear that she passed, but there was cameras there for that too. There was also cameras at this event that Princess of Wales went to at the Royal Marsden Hospital to thank the staff. A plethora of cameras, okay? Why didn't she go and do that in private? Why? Because she wanted the attention. It's publicity. This is how the game works. So how come it is okay for the royal family and the Waleses to use the media and be photographed out at their fucking events, but if Harry and Meghan have people take pictures of them for simply being in a location, it's an issue? Like, you need to keep it fair. If it's okay for one party, it needs to be okay for the other party. Otherwise, it's double standards, and it makes it very clear what you guys really have an issue with. Like, I just, I'm just so happy. I'm actually really happy that, I'm not even gonna say that. It's just very clear what these people are doing. So the Waleses make a statement on their Twitter. They say, hey, they didn't say hey, I'm saying hey. They say, I wanted to take the opportunity to say thank you to the Royal Marsden for looking after me so well during the past year. My heartfelt thanks go out to all of those who have quietly walked along William and me as we have navigated everything. They had to add quietly. They had to add quietly. They couldn't just say, for those who have walked alongside William and I as we have navigated everything. They had to add quietly. That's not by mistake. They're trying to throw fucking shade. That sentence did not need quietly at all, okay? We couldn't have asked for more. The care and advice we have received throughout my time as a patient has been exceptional. In my new role as joint patron of the Royal Marsden, joint meaning her and William, so they're also trying to dispel rumors of them splitting and being divorced and living in separate households. In my new role as joint patron of the Royal Marsden, my hope is that by supporting groundbreaking research and clinical excellence, as well as promoting patient and family well-being, we might save many more lives and transform the experience of those who are impacted by cancer. It is a relief to now be in remission and remain focused on my recovery, as anyone who has experienced a cancer diagnosis will know. I'm still confused anyway. It takes time to adjust to a new normal. I am, however, looking forward to a fulfilling year ahead. There is much to look forward to. Thank you for everyone and your continued support, C. So this is propping them up. A, she's no longer has cancer. B, they're having a joint patronage with this hospital, trying to dispel the rumors of their split. And fulfilling year ahead, meaning that we're going to see her working more this year. no longer, now that she is in her recovery. So this was a very meaty statement for me. However, the double standards fucking kill me. Fucking kill me. It's just, and it has to be bots. Like it just has to be these bots that are up underneath these comments, because you'll be on, like, if it's a checked verified account like pop base, there's all this positive comments in here. But if you go to like a normal person's account, the real way that people feel are in those comments. Like, it gets tight. Like, here is literally the Princess of Wales, who is photographed and in video speaking to actual cancer patients. Had Meghan have went to a hospital, had cameras and videographers all in these actual cancer patients' faces, do you know the vile shit they would be saying about her? This woman is here acting like she cares what these people have to fucking say to her and telling their struggles. Oh my God, the double fucking standards. If they quietly were standing beside you, like you put in your statement, why didn't you quietly go and thank them? No, you had to have the whole shebang. You had to have the cameras and the videos and the this, that, and other the day before Meghan was due to drop her project with Love Meghan. It's just, you had to. You all are not slick. It is obvious what you're doing. I could go through and read these comments under the post with Kate relaying and people's feelings on her relaying about her cancer remission. I could do that, but I'm really not into spreading more vile rhetoric like that. You could go and find it for yourself. What I do is say how I feel, but I try to say it in the most respectful way that I can. I just think that it's just, and you have accounts like Popcorn Effing Planet. I cannot, and I can't even believe I used to like that channel back in the Johnny Depp trial and everything like that, and just seeing the trajectory that they've been on, him, Steph, whatever the fuck. I haven't visited that channel in so long, but just I see videos here and there, or people who like comment to them about how trash they are and how they grift. The Popcorn Planet crew does the same fucking shit that they claim that Harry and Meghan do. They claim that Harry and Meghan are fucking grifters. Popcorn Planet are grifters. They're grifters. Okay? They don't even give a fuck about the royal family or any about this. They're grifters. They know that it brings in views, which equals money, and that people have strong feelings on the royal family and Meghan Markle either way you go. They do not care. They do not care. And then they want to talk about bringing in the families of Uvalde, the shooting, when in terms of this whole situation with Meghan going out there to the LA fires and helping out and saying, comparing it to how when she was seen photographed out visiting Uvalde with the shooting, of the children and stuff. When there is literally one of the fathers of the children who passed tragically had to say out of their mouth, because he was also sick of the fucking lies. His name is Brett Cross. He says, responding to somebody, making it seem like, Meghan and Harry paid photographers to come out there, just like they paid photographers to come out there while they were helping with the LA fires, when you literally see it's fucking TMZ who is everywhere. They had a father who had just lost their child come out and say, you are so far from the truth. She arrived without media and did tell them to leave, that she wasn't there for them. She also kept in contact with my wife. You know who did show up with cameras? Matthew McConaughey did, because I believe that's his hometown, and Greg Abbott, who only asked to go to our kids' funerals if he could bring his personal media. And when we said no, he refused to go. Maybe it's best not to talk on a subject that you're so woefully ignorant on. So are you guys still, Popcorn Planet, going to be pushing this narrative that Meghan went out to Uvalde and she went out to help the LA fires and paid photographers and paparazzi to document them out there, when you have the father of someone the father of a child who passed in this situation telling you that they didn't? Are you saying that this man is a liar, Popcorn Planet? Because it sounds like it. It sounds like it. Blair. And I like this tweet that I saw by @SussexHenry VIII. He or she, I'm not quite sure the gender of the account holder, but they report on a lot of the Harry and Meghan stuff and the Waleses. They say in their tweet, because again, a lot of people are like, hey, wasn't the point of the video last year to announce that she was cancer free? So why now, the day before Meghan was going to release her project, are y'all trying to make this video statement of her going out and going to the hospital and being photographed and this, that, and other? They say, in my humble opinion, every statement that has been released has been purposefully muddy, and it has been. Remission versus cancer free. Precancerous cells, cancer was found versus preventative chemo. Why can't they be more straightforward? Why? Because it's so true. If you had precancerous cells, how are you in remission? Because that would mean it's pre-cancer. It's not cancer. I am not a doctor, okay? I'm not an oncologist. I'm just talking about the wording and how vague it is and how muddy it is, purposefully so, because we don't really know what's going on with Kate. We just know that she was ill and she was taken out of commission last year because she was ill, and now she's better, thankfully so. It's very muddy because remission versus cancer free. So she was cancer free in the video, yet now she's in remission. I guess it could be used, those words can be interchanged. I don't know. But pre-cancerous cells versus cancer. Then they said that she was getting preventative chemo. So if you're in remission, remission is for people who had cancer who no longer had it. But they said she was getting preventative chemo, which was what they said in their statement, due to there being precancerous cells. But then they sent a video out that she was cancer free. You see how fucking conflicting that is? Like, I'm confusing myself talking about it. It's not vague. It's very vague. It's not clear. And I don't know why they didn't just follow the blueprint of King Charles. Because ain't nobody talking about King Charles and his cancer. Hopefully he's doing better. But ain't nobody talking about it. Like, they handled this so poorly. Her team did her such a disservice. And I really hope this wasn't all because she was named as a racist by Piers Morgan, because her name wasn't in the book. Piers Morgan let the world know that she was the other person who was questioning shit with King Charles. So that's on him. I hope that it's not to deflect from that and have sympathy given her way. Maybe there was a scare and the team thought, oh, this would be the perfect thing to have her get sympathy. Like, that's what they do. Like, this is what the PR teams do. We've seen it with the Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively thing. Like, they spin narratives. Like, they're paid good money to make their principal or whoever look in a better light or get them out of shit. Like, this is what they're paid to do. So, it's just so crazy. And, the event definitely wasn't done the day before Meghan's release as they thought it would be. Maybe they thought it was going to take attention away from Meghan's release. It's so fucking obvious. It's so fucking obvious. And the whole time, here's Meghan being the blueprint, being the trendsetter of delaying projects in Hollywood. Maybe the Princess of Wales should have taken a note out of Meghan's book. You're releasing about your cancer and being in remission when there's so many people suffering with the LA fires who've lost their everything, and you're letting us know about your remission, but you already told us in a video last year that you were cancer free. Okay.